Culture Conversations. And I'm your host, Elizabeth Olujimi, alongside my co host.
Kirubai Kahoot, transformational coach inside and out. Elizabeth, you forgot to say you are the thriving coach.
Of course. I am Elizabeth Olujimi, aka the Thriving Coach.
So we have two different sorts of coaches. One is a thriving coach, one is a transformational coach, and we I think we work together. We collaborate very well on
Well,
confidence culture conversations.
we do. And just bear with me a moment. I'm just going to share this around, but yes, keep talking.
So Elizabeth, another week, another topic.
That's it.
And how was your week?
What, since the last week?
Was
It's
your week? I know you did something very special on the weekend.
Do you know what? It's been a good week. It's been a good week. I can't complain. It feels like I'm getting into a busy period for this month of October, but it's
Hmm.
a good kind of busy, so I'm excited for that. Yeah, on the weekend I literally had a 48-hour trip away from home. When I say 48-hour trip, I was literally out of the house for 48 hours, literally. But when I say 48, it was taking a trip with my sister to Milan, which was really nice.
Hmm.
Left on Friday night, came back Saturday, left on Friday morning. Well, when I say morning, we left the house about 2 a.m. And we got back on Sunday around about 2 a.m. Got into the house. So 48 hours out of the house, but managed to get into a different city, see a different country, experience a different place. So it was really nice.
Milan. Yeah, Milan is an exciting city, I believe. I've not been there, but you know, people talk about Milan. It's a different planet altogether.
Kiribai, you do styling, so you need to take a trip to Milan.
Yes, we were supposed to go the last time, but Robert said, "Oh, it's all the skinny models going up and down." But you know what? I think it'll be a great experience. Yeah, another place to visit, Milan. Why not?
No, honestly, you should. I think I'm all up for visiting different places. I'm
Mhm.
in that space where traveling is really fun. So visiting different nations, different cities, and just exploring.
Mhm.
And yeah, you get to see different kinds of people. So it's definitely one worth going, especially if you're into fashion.
Mm-mm, yes, I know. I should. Probably sometime next year.
Put it on your vision board, Kirubai, and then
I should. No, travel is on my board, but it's a broad spectrum of travel. So yeah, Milan is another place to go and see and experience. I mean, traveling broadens um, broadens your visuality, that if there's such a word, but it broadens your scope of looking at things, different culture and people behavioral pattern, and how they dress, how they talk, and it's completely a different language altogether. So yeah, it's an experience. And food, don't forget, Elizabeth, food.
there you go. There you go.
Italy and
There's,
its
there's
food.
different things to
Explore.
explore.
Yes,
The
that's right.
the sad
Architecture.
the sad reality for me is that I don't like cheese, and literally everything in Italy is with cheese.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right.
So, but yeah, food is definitely worth exploring.
Mm, I love Italian food. So yeah, but really not too hot on cheese. I don't really understand the flavors of cheese because we come from Asia, and I know you come from Uganda, born and bred, and I think that it's a flavor in itself. It's an acquired taste. I
Oh,
understand, totally understand.
very, very true. And then they sort of like a lot of cold kind of appetizer foods, and
Mhm.
I like my hot food.
Yeah, cold cuts and lots of cold meats and bread and
That's
cheese.
it.
Yes,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I understand. I sympathize with you, but that's the way some other parts of the world they live and eat.
That's true. And you can't go to a different nation and expect to have the same thing that you usually have. It's good
Exactly.
to
Explore,
explore.
explore, explore. Yes, it's a good experience. Yes.
So,
So,
what are we talking about today, Kiribai?
oh, what are we talking about today? Yes, I thought let's explore this topic on life is difficult. Here's what we can do about it confidently. We're going through a period of time as we enter into winter, but and October has been very warm and welcoming. But you know what? We are going into winter, and the gas prices, electricity, all the utility prices are going up,
Mm-hmm.
and that's something to take in account too. And of course, we've been gradually the prices of food have gone up, and wages seem to shrink,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, rent and rates have gone up. Some of them up. There's a 10%, 15% raise in rents and rates and rents.
Kiribai, you're really painting this picture.
No, it is. Life is difficult out there, Elizabeth. It is. It is. It is. And every person that I meet outside, I mean, there is the village we call Dollars Hill, the village, and the chats that go on every day. That's gone up. This gone up. They're trying to compare prices. Where is the cheaper place to shop? Every day somebody's coming up with some tips. But you know what? We thank God that we have a roof over our head. We
Mm-hmm.
thank God that we have food to eat. And we thank God that, we have spending money, we have a healthy family, and we thank God for all those things. But for those who do not have all that, it will definitely it will be difficult, and people losing jobs left, right, and center.
Mm-hmm.
So, how, as people of people of the faith, or generally people, are going to be more than overcomers in a situation like this, confidently saying that I can overcome. And coincidentally, today is a very special day. I know you speak about it, Elizabeth. Would you like to plug in on that?
Oh, definitely, definitely. I mean, World Mental Health Day. It's so. I was looking at some statistics earlier on, and it
Mhm,
was talking about how many people like go through anxiety, or how many people are dealing with
mhm,
depression, and all those sort of things. And
mhm,
it's weird. It's funny because um, we don't take our mental health as well as we should do. We
mhm,
don't prioritize it.
mhm,
And sometimes, I literally just posted out. Then I was one of the things I say is don't leave your mental health to chance.
mhm,
Just like you're looking after your physical health, your spiritual health, look after your mental health because it's important. If this bit stops functioning the way it needs to function, then you are not going to function in the capacity you need to function in. So
mhm.
it's important for us to make it a priority. And actually, the theme is that it's a human right.
Yes.
So your mental health, looking after your mental health, being in a place of good mental health is a human right. It's your right. But it's also your responsibility. You can't leave it to somebody to look after your mental health.
Mhm.
It's your mental health. So you look after it.
Yes.
You deal with it.
Yes.
You put the right things in place to ensure that your mental health is where it needs to be.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for that spill. Lots of people have gone into a mental breakdown because life around them is difficult, or was difficult, or it's a continuous term. It is getting difficult. So people can't cope with
Mm,
all these variances that happen around them. And so to be resilient, to be more than overcomers, to come around, to be able to handle any circumstances and situations confidently today. That's what we're going to talk about.
mm,
And this is bordering around the word self care.
mm-hmm.
So part of self-care is to take care of your mental well-being.
That's it. That's it.
So one of the things that I think we can kickstart is Elizabeth has plugged in with World Health Mental Health Day today. So
Mm-hmm.
we're going to talk about how we're going to take care of ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
self-care. So what is an important ingredient to be resilient in our minds that we don't break down? So
Okay.
one, okay, before you plug in with your thoughts, Elizabeth, this is something I just wanted. I read and I thought it'd be interesting. Is taking breaks,
Mm-hmm.
taking short rest and breaks. How many of us do that? Like Elizabeth just did a 48-hour break and she's all revived and revitalized. And we all go through challenges in our life.
Mm.
And staring at those challenges will not bring a solution
Ooh, okay.
because the solution is in your hands and in my hands.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is a solution out there. So, Elizabeth, I'm going to throw the spanner in.
Okay, go on, go on.
So, how are we going to find the solution, Elizabeth?
Whew. I think the solution looks different for different people.
Hmm. Hmm.
If we're talking about the specific solutions, because it's important, first of all, to understand how you function as an individual. It's important to understand what triggers you. It's important to understand the things that seem difficult to you, because there might be something that you're going through and you think it's a walk in the park. And
Mm.
there might be someone else that looks at what you're going through and they're like, oh my days, I don't know how I would cope if I was in your situation. So that's why the solution can look different for different people. But the key thing when we're looking at solutions is looking after you, looking after yourself. So I'll give you a little bit of insight into the day I had today, right? So today I had the pleasure of delivering a workshop on confidence to women, well, yeah, to mothers who have autistic kids.
Oh,
So they
that's
are
great.
they it's basically mothers who are carers. So they're carers. They've sort of abandoned their day-to-day activities that they would ordinarily do to make sure that they're on hand to look after their children.
Hmm.
And the workshop was I was invited to facilitate the workshop, but not many women turned up. And one of the reasons I was saying that they didn't turn up is because they don't realize the
Important.
benefit of looking after themselves. If you told them it was something that was good for their children, they probably would have tried to turn up.
Hmm.
But we need to realize that I am important, you are important. And so, even when we go through difficult situations, being able to take that time out for ourselves, and sometimes taking time out for ourselves means that we have to say no to some people, and people around us might not always get that. But you need to be able to put boundaries in place if you are going to effectively look after yourself, whether it's from a mental perspective, from a physical, spiritual, whatever it is. There's going to be moments where you just need to maybe withdraw, or you need to spend time with specific people because you're looking after you. And one of the things that's really important when we're going through difficult times is, what is our support system? Who is the support system we have around us?
Hmm.
If you do not have anyone in your circle that you can consider as a support system, then it's so important for you to start engaging with people so that you can build relationship and have a support system around you, because God forbid something happens that puts you in a worse of situation than you're in today. Who can you call?
Hmm.
Who do you turn to? No man, no woman is an island. We all need to have people around us. But you need to first of all understand yourself.
Thank you. For me, I think I come from a community where acceptance is very important. People can't accept the fact that they are having a mental breakdown. So acceptance that, I have a problem and I need to sort it out, probably go and seek some help, counseling, go to the GP, go to the doctors, maybe ask what is wrong with me. I can't seem to sleep, I can't seem to eat, I can't seem to function. Acceptance. Once you get to the point of acceptance, then the
Mm-hmm.
rest is uphill.
Mm,
The
mm.
rest is uphill. You know what? You will find that solution, how you're going to overcome this. Don't you
That's
think so, Elizabeth?
no, it's true. It's very true. It's very true, and um it's it's just it's getting to that realization,
Mm,
because, like you said, acceptance, and just realizing that, okay, this is where I am.
mhm,
This is where I am, and so reaching out for help,
mhm,
because, like you say, some people struggle to ask for help.
mm,
Some of us end up in a situation where in denial.
mm,
You don't want to accept that this is the reality,
mm.
that this is what has happened. And so, if you are going to move forward, you need to reach out for help. You
True,
need to reach out to the right people.
true.
So, yes, the acceptance is important, because you can't change what you don't accept. You
Hmm.
can't change what you don't acknowledge. So,
That's right.
until you're able to acknowledge that, okay, this is it. This is where I'm at. This is my situation. This is my current scenario. This is what I'm dealing with. Then you can't, there's no way you're going to effectively impose change, or effectively change yourself or adapt to something, if you don't acknowledge it. So that acceptance is important. It's like someone who might be an alcoholic or something, or someone who takes drugs, and you have to first accept, I have a problem, before you can start to fix the problem. So, acknowledging that this is a difficult situation, I need help.
Put your hands up. Yep.
Realizing that there's only so much that you can do, and there's help out there that's available for you.
Hmm.
So, reach out for it. Raise your hand up, call somebody, speak to somebody, so you get help.
Yeah, I know in the UK we have many, many pockets of organizations that support mental health well-being, and we have many different organizations where even there are organizations that they they're very confidential.
Mm,
You don't have to tell the whole world that you're struggling. Sometimes certain things you don't want to share.
mm.
There is there is a ego going through. You have a problem. No, I wouldn't say, fighting with, oh, people might know and people might see. I think it's very popular. I mean, popular with Asian community. They don't want the next person to know, oh, I'm struggling with
It's not
this.
just the Asian community.
Oh, okay. Would you agree even for the African community?
I would say for everybody. No one likes people to be in their business.
Okay, that's true. That's true. That's true. Very true. That's very true. Okay. We can say unanimously that people don't want their business to be known. So there are lots of organizations which are confidential with what you're going through,
That's it.
and befrienders. You can call befrienders. There are a lot of calls. People who are receiving calls about how you can speak to anonymously, to speak to how you feel. And I think the first point of contact is, we need family to support you.
Mm, mm,
Family support, like what you said, that the people around you and need to support you, because it can be a battle, people trying to say, oh no, you're making it up, or you are just imagining things. but the people, your family, your first point of contact, your family should support you. Or if you your partner, your spouse needs to support you, your children need to support you. So it's an amazing support system that you need to build, and then go and have a chat with your GP,
Mm,
and
mm.
they can signpost you to the right organizations and places, um, where you can go. Hi, Nana.
Thank you for your comments, Nana. Thank you, Benita, for your comments as well. Honestly, it's one of those things that when we go through a difficult moment. So I had to deliver a workshop around about self care to
Mm,
men, and I found that very interesting because women can talk,
yeah, men can't.
but men struggle to open up. And so I had to tell these men that you have to sort of come out of yourself and just talk. Because, sometimes with men, it's like they'll endure the pain until it's like exploding, and then that's when they'll talk. And that's not good. So we all have to be able to find people that we can easily, whether it's easily or not, but people that we can confide in,
Mhm,
trusted people that we can speak to when we are going through the worst situations. So people who have your back. If you don't have people in your circle whom you can confide in, then it's important for you to start looking around.
mhm,
Start find connecting with people that have your back, because there'll be moments we all go through life. Like we Life happens to everybody. There'll be moments where you might lose a loved one. There'll be moments where you might be struggling financially. There'll be moments where your relationship is in the worst place.
mhm,
What do you do? And I know sometimes, like, some people come from cultures where they're told, don't talk about your problems, don't air out your problems. I get that. But if you're dying, if you're suffocating yourself with these problems, it's just in your head. That's how depression and anxiety creeps in.
mm,
A lot of people that experience depression and anxiety, they're suffering inside and they're not talking. They're not opening up. So it's really important for us to get to that place where we have people around us that we can confide in. Let me bring in some of the comments. So it's for everybody, because people don't want others to see them in a certain way, because they feel that if they accept what's happening, they will be showing their weakness.
it's so true, Benita. Thank you for that comment.
That's a very valid point.
Hmm.
That's a very valid point, because who they don't want people to know that they're going through a moment of weakness. Thank you, Tunji. Yeah, men, we don't talk much. Thank you for representing the men. And yes, Nana, we need to have trusted people around
Yes,
us.
thank
So
you.
regardless of what your situation is, like there is someone going through something worse off.
Hmm.
So if the issue is that you don't want to express your difficulty because you're scared of what people's reaction will be, there is someone around you that is going through something worse off than you.
Hmm.
And I find that what really helps. So one of the things I do is I work with a community organization which runs well-being workshops. And these well-being workshops have been really helpful, because people come and they're able to, during those workshops, they're able to open up and express certain things that they're going through. And sometimes as someone is speaking, you're like, wow, I thought I had it bad. But hearing this person relay what they're going through a lot. So being able to find circles like that, where you can talk,
Hmm.
where you can get help, where you can express yourself. If
Hmm.
it's all in here,
Hmm.
you're going to have a problem.
You're gonna burst one day. So being able to speak to someone, I've been counseling a lady in Bombay, and every time I speak with her, it is the same old reel that she because there's so much within her. She suffered for 30 years in a marriage that's not fruitful at all, and she can't, like what we say in our language, you can't spit it out, you can't swallow. So
Mm,
she's looking for a solution, and every time I speak with her, she's telling me the same thing. So how do we put a stop to someone who keeps dwelling on the past, and helping them to realize confidently there is something better out there? So
mm,
today I taught her how to be grateful for the little blessings, and not bring curses upon all the negatives that she's speaking all the time, because it
mm,
fills your head. It just works around your gray matter. So it's not easy, because as if even as I listened to her story, I was tearing, because it's
mm.
pain. Many people go through so much of pain and no family support. But we thank God that we have good family influence around us. But I think that's very, very important to have good family support. So another point that I thought would be really good is having little breaks.
Mm.
Rest. Rest revitalizes and rejuvenates your thoughts and your mind, and it kind of gives you a pause moment. You rest, and then solutions will come to your challenges. Many of us don't rest. We can't even have a good night's sleep, because we're constantly thinking about our difficulties, our
Mhm.
problems, our challenges. But the body needs rest. Body needs rest. And I read an article recently that taking cat naps really is something that is being promoted, especially in the Japanese community.
Oh,
People
wow.
working in the people who are working in corporations, in organization in Japan, especially in Tokyo, they have rest rooms, where they can go and lie down and take a cat nap for 10, 15 minutes, and some of them even have like a easy chair under their desk. So when time to have a break for lunch, they pull it out and rest,
Oh,
because
wow.
the Japanese culture is a very working culture. They
Mm.
are go-getters. They work so hard. So taking 10, 15 minutes breaks really wakes them up, alerts their mind to work better for the next couple of hours. So, like us, do we take breaks like that? Closing our eyes for 10, 15 minutes actually helps you relax your body, mind, and spirit. So,
Mhm.
taking breaks are good and is encouraged for our total well being.
No, absolutely. And I think we underrate rest.
Yeah.
We don't value it as well as we should, but like you said, resting allows us to recalibrate. It allows us to just take a moment to pause,
Hmm.
and sometimes, in fact, resting is something that we need to put into our daily schedule.
Hmm.
It's not a thing of when I get time I will rest, I'm so busy, because you get a lot of people saying that, I'm so busy I don't have time to rest. Well, if you don't have time to rest, there's going to be a point where your body is going to shut down because your
Mm.
body's not getting enough rest. Your mind needs to rest. There's some people that struggle to sleep because the mind doesn't rest. They're sleeping, but the mind is still do 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 do. It kind of reminds me of a is it a guinea pig or hamster on a hamster wheel, and you're constantly going round, 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 round. You're not taking a break. You're not pausing. And we need to make time for rest. Make time to pause, whether it's just 5 minutes in your day where you just switch off and just be in the moment. That's helpful. That's good for your body. That's really important. We cannot emphasize it enough.
Mm.
It's good for your well-being.
Hmm.
It's good for your mental health. It's good even for your spiritual life.
Mm?
Yes, it's good for your spiritual life. You need to be able to rest, because when you rest, there's I think, Kiruba, you said it earlier on, or in the post that you sent me, about how it brings clarity.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we are resting, we have an opportunity to just come to a pause. And so instead of always being so busy on the treadmill of life, on the hamster wheel of life, just being able to say, actually, I'm having a moment now.
Mm-hmm.
It's so important. And you stop like thinking about all these problems that you can't solve, all these things that are bugging you. Stop thinking about them. Get into a habit of intentionally practicing rest. Like don't wait for rest to come.
Mm. It'll
Get
never
into
come.
the habit of intentionally
Yeah.
practicing rest. And it doesn't mean that you close your eyes and do some yoga meditation. It can look like just stopping,
Mm-hmm.
just taking a break, because you don't always realize how tired your body is mentally, emotionally. You don't always often realize, because you're always on the go. And
Mm-hmm.
it's when you rest that it's like, whew. Sometimes when you've been walking a lot and you sit down and get some rest, and by the time you get up, your feet are aching, your feet are tired, because you just took that moment of rest, and your body was like, I was tired. So thank you for that rest. And you probably need some more rest.
That's right.
But rest is, don't underrate it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, make time for it in your 24 hours in a day. Make time to rest. And we're not just talking about sleeping, it's more than just sleeping.
Taking little breaks. I love taking little breaks and sitting with a cup of tea, or sometimes when I'm tired, and when I'm tired, I just, if I'm tired, I'm doing lots of work, I just get away from my computer or get away from my household chores and just go sit somewhere, have a cup of tea, and close my eyes. And sometimes I can just fall into a deep sleep,
Mm-hmm.
till Robert looks for me. Where's she? She's snoring somewhere. Because you're tired. Your body is tired. You're
Mm.
tired. So, one of the other things is exercising. It
Mm-hmm.
releases the happy hormones, dopamine.
Dopamine.
And talking about dopamine, I did something very out of my character last Saturday. I did a park run for five. you know,
Well done, you.
I didn't run, actually. I walked it because I'm still recovering from a dodgy knee, but I walked it, and I was surprised myself. I walked it, and it was, and I, after walking it for 1 hour 20 minutes, when some people did it for half an hour, 45 minutes, they just ran. But you know what, I'm glad that I did it. When I came back home, I was so happy. I was a happy cherub. I was happy. I was, from head to toe, I was perspiring, but I was happy. I left
Yeah.
everything behind. I know that I had to come back to a whole lot of chores and cleaning and laundry, but you know what? I was happy at that moment. I enjoyed the moment, and it was a beautiful day. On Saturday, the sun was out, and I was so happy. I was so happy to sign up for parkrun for the first time. So these are things that, little things that keeps me happy. But it was tough on my legs, Elizabeth, I must tell you. I came back, oh, I didn't stretch. You see, one of
Mm.
the things is, before you exercise, you got to stretch nicely and exercise. I came back, and then it was aching. But you know what? My heart was happy. My heart was singing. My body was not.
No, but you know what? You did a lot for your well-being,
Mhm.
because just even being out in the park,
That's right.
that already in itself does something for you.
Yeah.
And then the fact that you were exercising, yes, you didn't do the warm up and stuff, but you're going to recover. You're going to take the time to recover.
Yeah.
But you did, you did you did huge for your well-being.
Yeah.
And that's really important.
Mm,
There's a comment that's coming from, I think it's Russell, so let me try and read it. It's pretty long, so let me try and get it on there. Okay, so during difficult moments, I find that taking a step back and focusing
mhm,
on self-care is crucial.
mhm,
Absolutely. Whether it's through meditation to calm my mind, spending time with loved ones to find solace in their support, or even just watching a funny movie to laugh and temporarily forget my troubles. I like that one. These activities help me regain perspective and inner strength. Oh, wow. I love this. Additionally, I try to reflect on the situation, learn from it, and grow stronger. Gratitude is also a powerful tool in challenging
mm.
times, as it reminds me of the positive aspects of life, even when things seem tough. Remember, tough times don't last forever, and there's always a
Yes,
way
to be
forward.
fun. Thank you. Thank you for that comment, Russell. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well
thank you.
said.
Thank you so much. A lot covered in that comment.
A lot covered on the comment. They're definitely exercising and stepping back and looking at the bigger picture.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. Because when we're going through a difficult moment, it's easy for us to just focus on that situation at hand
Hmm.
and not necessarily see the wider view. And
Hmm.
that's why taking a step back is helpful. And also speaking to the right people is also helpful because they give you an outside perspective, a perspective that you might not necessarily be seeing because you're going through the situation.
Hmm.
But it's that thing to remember that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. This too shall pass.
This too
As
shall.
far as you're still alive, this situation will pass.
Hmm.
So just being able to hang in there, hang in there, be strong in the midst of the trial, and this is where we have moments to build our resilience.
Hmm. Hmm.
When we go through tough times generally make us stronger, but it's about what we do in those tough times that determines how strong we are at the end of the tough time.
Hmm. Yeah. And I like this next point that we're going to discuss. It's called laughter. Laughter is the best medicine. Just laugh at everything because once again, the adrenaline levels, the dopamines keep coming and making you happy. People might think you have gone, but you know what? It helps. It helps to
Mm,
keep your mood on a, when you're on a happy mood.
mm,
Laughter, laughing. I mean, laughing at certain situation, or even as Russell has said, watching a funny movie. Don't go watch soaps at that point in time when you feel sad, or a sad movie, but watch funny, crazy slapstick movies. Carry On series. I love the Carry On series.
one of Jana's favorite things to do at the moment is to watch funny videos,
Hmm.
and you can find loads of them on YouTube.
Oh yes, yes.
And just literally sitting there and just laughing, and sometimes I look at her and I'm just like, Janaya, really? But we don't, we also, just like we said about rest and how rest can be so underrated, laughter
Mm,
is another one that we don't value. But for those of us of the Christian faith, even the Bible talks about laughter is good medicine.
yes, that's right.
Sometimes just by smiling, just by laughing, it can just do a lot for your well-being. And so don't always walk around like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. Take a moment to just laugh.
Let go. Let go.
That's
Let
it.
go. And let your guard down and laugh. Hearty laugh. It really helps.
We don't always have to be so serious. You
Yeah.
can we can
You know,
take a break and
in
laugh.
Asia, I think in Asia and I think in some parts of Asia, they have this a thing called laughter yoga.
Oh wow. Okay.
So there's this she's a professional laughter yoga coach, and she invited me to speak on her platform one day, and I was like, wow, I never knew that. Oh, Benice is online.
Good evening, Kingdom Sister Bernice, all the way from USA. Um, um, September 2024, Bernice is bringing the Christian Business Owners Summit to the UK. So, September 2024, ladies, gentlemen, save the date. Lady Anita, good to see you. Congratulations on an amazing event over the weekend. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Keep doing the amazing work that you're doing. So yeah, the laughter is really, it's so important. Just being able to sit down and just have a laugh. Just actually have a laugh. And I think that's why people enjoy going for comedy nights,
Mhm.
because it's a moment to forget about the things that are worrying you and just have a laugh. Just
Well,
have a laugh.
we're approaching Christmas soon, and a good place to have good laughs is pantomimes. Oh, laugh, 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 laugh. Actually, we say the pantomimes are for the kids, but no, it's for the adults, and we can laugh our hearts out.
Do you know what? And it's good to have people that you can laugh with,
Mhm.
and just every so often, like, call that person up. Can we go for a coffee? I just need to laugh.
Well, I'm available for a good laugh.
Seriously, because it's good for you, right? It's medication that you don't need to go to the GP to get medication to get a prescription for. You can just do it by yourself. You can sit in the bus and laugh at something. I mean, today we were on the way to school, taking Janaya to school. As we were walking along and walked past this bus stop, and all of a sudden Janaya just starts making this sound, ho 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 ho, and the guy at the bus stop starts laughing and he's like, "Oh, she's a happy child." We're like, "Yeah, she is." So, and it's contagious as well. It's
Yes, it is. It's
contagious.
very contagious, and it's good for your face. Good exercise muscles for your muscles for your face. I mean, you're exercising the muscles on your face,
That's it.
and it keeps you young and beautiful and supple.
Yeah, like some of us.
I guess like some of us. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
No, and you know what? You are never too old to
Good
have
to
a laugh.
laugh.
Even when you've got the dentures in, you can still you can still have a laugh. You can still have a laugh. Seriously, like, it's
Oh, there he goes. Tunji says, that's why I'm looking young. Sure, you do look young.
that's his secret. That's his secret.
Because you laugh a lot with your wife and daughter.
So honestly, if you are in a place where life is always so serious, take time out to laugh. I mean, if we went and did some research now and got statistics on laughter, you will see it for yourself. You will see it for yourself. It's just good to laugh, to have a laugh. You don't have to be so serious. And yes, we're not negating the fact that you might be in a difficult
Mm,
situation, you might be going through a difficult moment.
yeah, that's true.
But even when you're going through those moments of difficulty, find time to cheer yourself up, to do something that cheers you up, something that lifts your spirits up. Because if you're going through a difficult situation, your spirit is also down. Well, guess what? You're just going to be down. You need something that boosts you, something that lifts you. And that's what laughter does. It sends the dopamine in your body, in your system, and it just, yeah, it wakes you up.
So, reflect,
Mhm.
reflection on the issue at hand. And while you sit in a very quiet space and reflect, sometimes the solution gets dropped into your heart because
That's
you've stilled yourself. And when you reflect, you still yourself. Reflection, meditation, and good meditate. You meditate on the good things, being grateful, gratitude, and reflection. I think it helps you come forth with a good solution to the difficulty that you are facing at hand.
that's it. mm, mm.
You
You know,
know?
that's so true. Reflection is something we should all be doing
Mm-hmm.
because it allows us the opportunity to learn.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what happened, what can we do better, what can we change. It allows us that opportunity to reset.
Mm-hmm.
So in the you can do the resting, and attaching to that resting, you can take time out to do some reflection.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like to like go to a nice quiet place and reflect. But you can just have moments in your day, whether it's at the end of your day, that you take time out to reflect. And like Nana says, just practicing gratitude. That's part of reflection,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because with gratitude you're looking at the things that you're grateful for, and you're taking that moment to reflect on what is, what isn't. So put that somewhere into your schedule, like regardless of whether you're in a difficult season or not, the things that we are sharing are actually relevant to day-to-day living. They're relevant to day-to-day living. It's not just when you were going through the worst moment in your life. It's also when you're going through the good times.
Mm-hmm.
Laughter is still necessary, rest is still necessary, a good support framework is still necessary, reflection is still necessary, regardless of where you're at in life. But particularly during those difficult moments, being able to just look beyond the situation at hand and take time to reflect is key.
Because I think both of us we are women of faith. I'm going to add another aspect is prayer.
Mm,
And prayer and meditating on the word of God. Prayer is a great connection to the to God of heaven and earth, to the some say universe, some say God. I mean, for me, it is definitely God of the heaven and earth, and I connect. I connect through prayer, and definitely the answer comes.
mm, mm, mm. And you know what? Prayer is also a form of reflection.
Yep.
It's also a form of reflection. Um, but I know that sometimes the way that we pray, particularly within a Pentecostal circle, sorry, Pentecostals out there, but particularly within Pentecost, tend to do it from in a reflective manner. But I know, like, for example, you know, within sort of like Anglican, let me use that as an example. Within the Anglican,
Reflection.
um, sorry, what did you say, Kirubai?
Reflection. Sorry,
Yeah, reflection,
they
reflective
call it a
prayer.
reflective prayer.
Reflective prayers are really important. And I remember one day, right? One day I went for this was within an Anglican church, and they said we're going to have a time of prayer. And they told us to hold a stone and to just reflect and just be silent. I was like, what? I came to pray. We're holding a stone and just being reflective. But the stone was just a like something to help with your focus.
Mhm.
But the key was in spending the time to reflect. And actually, if you pray without reflecting, one of my pastors used to say, you can't you can't thank if you can't think.
Wow.
Basically, you can't give thanks if you're not able to think.
Mhm.
Because in order for you to give thanks, you're reflecting. So a huge aspect of prayer is reflection. It's not
Mhm.
always you come and you're asking. Heaven must answer me. No, there are times where you just come and like, I'm just going to be still, God, and just hear you speak. I'm going to be still and listen for your voice. And
So
that
true.
works too. That's prayer.
Mhm.
That's a form of prayer.
Yes. So it's nearly closing time now. You know, we've gone through 50 minutes of uh, chit chat and sharing our thoughts about how to face life in times of difficulty. So I'm going to ask Elizabeth to have a reflective prayer before we close today. Is that all right, Elizabeth?
Me? You're asking me for reflective prayer?
Yes, why not? You are the pastor here.
Right. No, that's cool. We can do that. Actually, for those who are watching, what are some of the things that you do
Mhm.
that help you during difficult moments? I think I put a question out there before
Okay.
to say what are some of the things that you do to help you to get through the difficult moments. Let us know. Put it in the chat, and maybe there's someone that's watching, or someone that catches this at a later time, and they're like, oh, I've not done that, I should try that. And sitting here, like, I can think of some others that we've not necessarily touched on, but actually are also relevant. Something like journaling, but that's part of reflection, right? That's somewhere within reflection. So yeah, have a think, and write something down, and like Kirupai said, we'll do some reflective prayer. We'll do some reflective prayer to end this. Thank you, Tunji. This has been good. It's been great to have everyone joining us in the conversation as well. So that's really good. So let's pray, right? Let's do this reflective prayer. So, Father, we just want to thank you. Thank you for this 10th month that we are in, the month of October. Thank you for everything that you have seen us through from January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and now October. Thank you for the things that you have helped us to accomplish. Thank you for the things that you have ahead of us. Give us the strength, the grace, the capacity to do the things that we need to do, and to be the people that you need us to be. Help us to be the brothers and the sisters, the mothers and the aunties, the uncles that people need us to be. Help us to be the best version of ourselves. And where we might have erred in our ways, or where we haven't been the best towards others, help us to be better, to get better, so that we can be the support that we want from others. In Jesus' name,
Amen.
amen.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. So it's the time of day to say bye bye till we meet again next week
Absolutely.
with another
Um,
topic. Yeah.
if you found this helpful,
Yes.
please share it. Share it with your circle. Share it with other people, so that they can also tap into the conversation. And as you can see, Janaya was watching with Dad, and so she wanted to quickly come and say hello.
Hello. Yes.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Yeah.
Bye bye now and see you next week. Godspeed. Bye bye.
Bye bye. God bless you.